Hey guys, so tonight I am going to attempt to make chicken bog in the Instant Pot. I have never done it. If y'all are seeing this, that means it turned out well. The only thing I should have to change is the amount of liquid to rice, because usually rice is 1 to 2. And with the Instant Pot, it just needs to be 1 to 1. So I'm going to have to figure that out. But these are the ingredients you will need. I will let y'all know how much of everything I use. I'm probably going to do 2 or 3 chicken breasts. I'm going to cook those in the Instant Pot while I'm prepping everything else. They're frozen. A pound of ground sausage, just like regular. I wouldn't do like Italian sausage or anything. You can do hot sausage if you want, but I keep it mild because my almost 4-year-old eats it as well. You're going to need rice, an onion, some diced up celery, a packet of onion soup mix. I might add a little bit of chicken bouillon to the water. Maybe. I don't know. And then you're going to need some parsley, and that is it. And this is amazing. Chicken bog is like just one of those really good southern meals. If you want to see how I make it, just keep watching. So to cook chicken in the Instant Pot frozen, every time I've made it, it's kind of like burned to the bottom a little bit. So I did put some olive oil in the bottom. And then you put the raw chicken in there. And then you're going to season the chicken. And then you're going to put a half a cup of water in there. And then you're going to cook it. You're going to put the lid on and put it to seal. And then cook it on the manual setting for 12 minutes. Sorry, I was looking it up. And then you take it out and you shred it. And that's how you're going to need it for this recipe. You're going to need shredded chicken. There is a lot more of a labor-intensive way to make this with like a whole chicken cut up. I can do that later. But this is the easy, get it on the table quick kind of way. So I will show you the rest of the way I make this. Okay, so I seasoned the chicken with seasoned salt, pepper, and a little bit of parsley, and then I went ahead and put the water in there. And now I'm going to close the lid and put it to venting, and then I will turn it to manual for 12 minutes, and then it'll start on its own, and then I will show you whenever it's done. When you're cooking your sausage, you do kind of want to leave it like without moving it for a little while so it gets a nice crust on it, because that's going to help it like not just fall apart whenever you're cooking everything together. So I put the whole roll in there, and then I kind of cut it into like slices and then turn them over on their side, and then I let them cook like that. And then once they get brown, I'll flip them over. And then you're going to want to drain all of it on a paper towel so that there's not a whole bunch of grease. So yeah, and then we'll cut up the onions and celery, and I would dice them as finely as you can because it's just kind of there for flavor and you don't want big chunks of it, but that's totally up to you. Okay, I've got the sausage cooking, and it's not very, it didn't get very brown. This pan's not very good at browning, so I just went ahead and crumbled it all up like you would ground beef. And I'm letting it finish cook, and then I will drain it on paper towels. The baby is crying. Well, it's starting to brown a little bit. You can see it. So, whatever it takes. And then I went ahead and chopped up my onions and celery. It's like a medium onion, and then like 1 to 2 stalks of celery, whatever you like. Cut the celery very small because the celery does not cook as quickly as everything else, so you will end up with crunchy celery. The chicken is cooking. Wanna try? Really? Everything's nasty? No more? You don't like anything. don't like anything? You are so snotty. Okay, I don't know how well this is going to cook the onions and the celery, so I'm going to put it in here and kind of get it cooking beforehand. And I might go ahead and start the liquid too, because sometimes the onions and the onion soup mix don't cook down super well either. And this is kind of like, you just want everything to be like mushed together. So I might pre-cook a lot of stuff, but you totally don't have to if you're fine with that. But I don't like to be able to crunch down on onions and celery and all that. So this looks super unappetizing, but the chicken is cooked. Ooh, I am sorry for the baby in the background, but I have added the vegetables, chicken and sausage into the Instant Pot. Now I'm going to add 2 cups of rice, 2 cups of water. I would normally do 4 cups of water and then this entire packet, but I'm going to do 2 cups of water and half of the packet. And then I'll do like 2 teaspoons of this, because the rice soaks up a lot of salt. Like, it seems like a lot of salt with this and this, but the rice is going to soak up a lot of salt. And then I'm going to add parsley and probably some pepper. And I will show you what it looks like before I cut the Instant Pot on. Okay, so I've added everything in here. I'm going to stir it all up and pray that it all works out, because I have never done this before in here. I've made it, I usually make it in a rice cooker, and it turns out really well. I just do it for the amount of time the rice has to cook in a rice cooker, and it's always turned out great. You can also make it on the stove. The more complicated way to make this has you make your own chicken broth with like a whole chicken, and then you pull all the meat off the chicken, and then you like let the you let the fat come to the top of the chicken broth and do it like that. And it is really good. You can also add smoked sausage in here. That's really good. I just don't have any. But this is like definitely one of our favorite meals. I'm going to kind of push everything down in the liquid so that all the rice gets cooked. Make sure there's no rice on the sides. I might add a little bit of extra water, because this does turn into like, you know, rice consistency. It's pretty thick. So I might add like an extra 1/4 cup of water, and then I'm going to turn it on just the rice button and see how it goes. So it says 10 minutes. Oh, forgot to do this. Don't forget to do this. Whatever you do not forget to do that. And it's going for 10 minutes. I'm going to go bathe the baby. We do his lotions and all that because he is fussy. And I'll show you how this turns out. If it turns out. And I'll see y'all shortly. It is the moment of truth. And I've left it on for too long because he was in the bathroom. I have, there was a little bit of pressure left. I did let it naturally release because I was busy. And I just finished letting it release. And it looks pretty good. The rice looks done. Ow, that was hot. Ooh, that steam is hot. But it looks good. I'll taste it in just a second and let you know if it worked out. Okay, this turned out really well. I will put the recipe down below. This is like a family recipe, so we love ours topped with hot sauce and more pepper. Pretty much anything with rice is good with hot sauce on it, but I hope y'all enjoy it. If y'all make it, let me know. One of my friends added a bunch of different stuff to it. I want to say she added like rotel to it, but this is so good. See y'all next time. Bye.